Cindy, it is just about that time. The 9th annual Give Where You Live Collier starts in just over 3 minutes. This has got to be, Cindy, one of the most kind of exciting moments of your whole year.
Yeah, it's a great day. I can't believe it's finally here. We actually start working on this in like August of the year before. So to see it all come together and we're ready to start in a couple minutes, we're so excited here.
And you know, that excitement, of course, extends way beyond the foundation itself. There are 37 participating basic needs and education nonprofits all around Collier County that are about to benefit big time from the magic that is the 9th annual Give Where You Live Collier Day. Cindy, about 2.5 minutes to go. What should people expect at 12 o'clock when this countdown clock right below us hits 0?
Well, at 12 o'clock, the donations go live, and it's just so fun to watch the leaderboards because you see them ticking up, you see the totals go up. The nonprofits are all excited. They're posting on their social media using the hashtag GWYL Collier. They're sharing their accomplishments. This first hour is especially crucial because the peer-to-peer fundraiser starts right at noon.
That peer-to-peer fundraiser, you know, again, I've talked about this all morning. We've had a great opportunity to meet a lot of the participating nonprofits. You can see some details about that $50,000 prize pool up there on the screen now. And Cindy was mentioning those P2P prizes. You want to talk just real quick about the importance of that P2P prize that, again, is going to kick off right here at noon, Cindy?
Well, this is a great opportunity for the nonprofits. They have their friends, their board, colleagues, all raising money online for their organization. So last year, I believe the nonprofits that did peer-to-peer fundraising actually raised about 67% more. So this is a great opportunity for them. They're engaging their community, so it's really exciting to watch.
You can see the details there about that peer-to-peer prize. We've got under a minute to go here, Cindy, and that's really special that this prize eligibility starts right at noon. So if you're watching live or you're watching right on replay, this is going to be the time when you want to get out and start giving. $15,000 of that $50,000 prize pool will be distributed as part of these P2P prizes. Let's get Cindy back up on the screen here with me as we're going to look carefully here in just about 20 seconds. I'll hit refresh on my computer here, as I'm sure you will, Cindy, there in the office. We're going to watch here together as we kick off the 9th annual Give Where You Live Collier. Here we go.
Down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hooray, it's here.
It's time to give.
It's time to give.
Give Where You Live Collier. I'm going to hit that refresh button here, Cindy, and let's see. There we go. So now, totally different countdown, Cindy. 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 39 seconds remaining in the 9th annual Give Where You Live Collier County. Let's bring up that website real big here and just kind of talk through, Cindy, as those donations start to come in, we'll start to see a leaderboard on here on the site, and you'll start to see that board, that line there at the top of the screen, start to really fill up as the donations start to roll in.
Yes, the leaderboard on the tab, you can see who, if your favorite nonprofit, where they're ranking as far as money raised. Once those donations start coming in, which should be any time now, you'll see the right across the top, the donors, the number of donors, the amount raised, and how many organizations are raising money.
And Cindy,
and you know what? These nonprofits, they all supply amazing programs and services to our community. So please be generous today. Get online and give. And you know what? If you're not comfortable giving online, come into our office. You know, you can bring $5, you can bring $10, you can bring in a check right here to our office at 1110 Pine Ridge Road, Suite 200. We're ready for you.
You can see right off there, right off of 41, you can stop by there right at the office, go make your donations. Cindy, I'm going to bring the website back up here again. And I want you to talk real quick about how easy it is to find these nonprofits on the website. I mean, you know, we've both been working on separate giving days for years, and GiveGab/Bonterra makes it so easy to be able to find your favorite nonprofits and also find new nonprofits to support during this giving day.
Yeah, it's a great platform to have. We've enjoyed working with them so much over the years. So as you can see, you can just type in, like under search, the letter A, and any organizations that come up with A are going to show.
Lots of A's.
There they are. There's Audubon, Avow, Children's Advocacy. And then if you don't see the one that you want right there, if you go back up to the top, you can see a View All button. And you click on that. Yeah, right there. Click on that, and then all of them show up. You can search by cause. You can search or by location.
And Cindy,
so there's many ways to get to it. And then even if you just click that donate button on the front page at the top of the screen, oh, look at that money rolling in already. People are already getting online. This is great. If you scroll to the donate now button and click that, the organizations show up there too.
So many different ways there. You can see that big donate button. And of course, that website is going to look very similar whether you're looking at it on your computer, on your desktop, your laptop, your tablet, or your phone. A lot of simplicity and a lot of consistency from platform to platform. Cindy, it's also very easy to be able to add in more and more nonprofits as you're donating. So maybe you've got a favorite organization that you're planning to support today, and then you say, you know, I just saw this woman interviewed by Chris on that live stream this morning, and I just felt really compelled to add in a $25 donation there too. It just makes it so simple to be able to add to your cart, almost like an Amazon type experience.
Exactly. It's on here. It's called the gift basket, and you add to it. And you're right. It's just like Amazon. You know, you saw, like you said, the nonprofits, some with their animals, some with their great stories. And you're like, yeah, I really want to give to them too. So just add to that gift basket.
Cindy, it's a great, great day. You know, I'm thrilled to be here. So I want to thank you again for allowing me to produce and host these live streams today. Much more importantly, there are 37 participating nonprofits. And as you mentioned, that hashtag GWYL Collier, there's a tag board on the homepage as well, where you can go on and see hundreds and hundreds of posts and more information about these nonprofits as they're sharing in their own words. Yeah,
they're doing a great job getting the word out. So we're really excited that it's going to be a great year.
We've got one more huge thank you we want to express, and that is to the Richard M. Scholl's Family Foundation, without whom this day wouldn't be possible. Cindy, we've got a great conversation to play here with Mary Beth Geyer from the foundation, as well as Eileen Connolly Kiesler. But before we roll that, can you just touch briefly on the importance of the involvement of the Richard M. Scholl's Family Foundation to this Giving Day over the 9 years?
Oh, yes, absolutely. They are the backbone of this Giving Day. Their generosity over the years has just been astounding. This day wouldn't be present without them. And then, as we went on through the years, they decided, hey, let's make it even more fun. And they added that extra $50,000 in prizes. So, we owe such a huge debt of gratitude to them. So thank you, Mary Beth. Thank you, Richard M. Schultz. You all are amazing.
It was an absolute joy to get a chance to speak with Mary Beth from the Schultz Family Foundation, as well as Eileen, the CEO of the Collier Community Foundation. And so I have that conversation queued up. We're going to play that. And then Cindy, I'll see you back here kind of sporadically throughout the day, throughout the afternoon. Of course, we'll also be back live at 5 p.m. We've got a bunch more nonprofits there. You see the Grace Place for Children and Families, Avow Foundation, Friends of Foster Children Forever, and the Guadalupe Center. So I'll be back live several times throughout the afternoon, back again with those nonprofits at 5. And then we'll get a good night's sleep. Cindy, come on back, and we'll live stream a couple times again tomorrow as well to keep you informed on how this day is going. So Cindy, thanks so much, and we'll see you again. We are at $3,500 raised, and we're going to keep an eye on that as we roll this conversation. Cindy, thanks for your time, and we'll talk to you in a little bit.
Great. Thanks, Chris.
8 years ago, for our 30th anniversary here at the Community Foundation, we decided to try something called Give Where You Live. A couple purposes of it was, one, to get people in the community to think about giving here in Collier County, as well as where they live. Half of the other year they're either in the Midwest or East Coast, and so we were trying to kind of get them to focus in on Collier County and to give a kind of a boost to some of our nonprofits. So we created Give Where You Live with the help of the Schultz Foundation at the time, and we put a match in place. And it was our 30th anniversary, so we had 30 organizations, and we had a $300,000 match, and we really wanted to focus on the 30 for us at that point. We didn't really know if it'd be successful or not, but we actually had raised, I think it was 1.8 million that very first year, and decided there is definitely an appetite for doing an online giving for nonprofits and having a match in place so that donors' dollars got matched to some extent.
That's pretty incredible. And Mary Beth, it sounds like the Schultz Family Foundation has been very involved with this event since the beginning.
We have. When Eileen first connected with us back at the beginning, she was so enthused that we bought into it and have been really excited since then to participate, see it grow, and kind of see the energy that it creates in the community. It's really been a great experience for us as an organization, as well as all of the nonprofits and the community as a whole.
Let's talk about the impact that this event has had on the community. Why is this event so important to the area every year, and especially here in 2023?
Well, I think because it really sheds light on the organizations that are part of Give Where You Live. And, keep in mind, a lot of these giving days that are done in communities, it's every single nonprofit is involved. We've really narrowed in on basic needs and education, because that is two areas that both of our foundation and the Schultz Family Foundation give in. But I think because we narrowed down to, 30, 35, 40, whatever that number is, it really helps the community focus on those organizations. It helps them raise enough money that it has an impact on their budgets. And the match becomes more substantial versus stretching it out over 300 organizations. We have 400 nonprofits in Collier County. So you want all of them participating. You might have a great big giving day, but the match is going to be pretty minimal. So I think that, it really does focus on what is it that this community needs around basic needs and education, and all of these organizations educating donors and the community in general is really beneficial.
And Mary Beth, that match really has made an enormous difference for a lot of these nonprofits, and we see a lot of them getting ready here today to compete for that match that you guys are generously providing.
Yes, we're happy to provide it. We know that the impact, like Eileen said, across a specific number of organizations is going to really make a difference. And when you put the fact that we had COVID for 2 years and then the hurricane this year, every dollar is really important. So for us, that match is even, it gives us a greater sense of empowering the agencies and making a difference in the community. Again, after the struggles that many communities have experienced over the past several years.
So Eileen, a lot of our donors today are going to be looking carefully at the website and really being able to look through and evaluate a lot of these different organizations that are participating. Can you shed some light on how these organizations are selected and, you know, what it means for them to be participating today?
Well, I think for our organizations, they're the best of the best in their class. And so we have food banks and we have organizations that deal with abuse and child abuse, adult abuse, seniors. So there's a whole variety, again, in that social service and education. But these are some of our greatest organizations in Collier County. And some of them are small and some of them are large. And so donors will have that opportunity to really look at where do you want to place your dollars? You know, do you want it to be in those big organizations, or do you really want to, you know, pick the little ones that, you know, are out really working at this? And $5,000, obviously, one of those little ones could be a big piece of their budget. So it's really giving that variety. But we have vetted all these organizations. Both of our organizations, the Schultz Family Foundation and the Community Foundation, have worked with these organizations for a long time. We're not placing anybody in here that we don't know very, very well.
Yeah, and I know a lot of these organizations, Eileen, have really been a part of this event from the beginning. I mean, we can talk about the commitment that these organizations have made to the day and vice versa, and how this event has really become a big part of their annual fundraising year after year.
Yes, it really has. And we really didn't expect that would happen. When we first started it 8 years ago, we really weren't sure where it was going to go and if it was just a one-time event, but they really have really counted on this and counted on that match to really help get some of them through their year.
Yeah, it's really special to think about how we focus a lot of our giving attention during this giving day. But for a lot of these nonprofits, the money that's raised can really make a huge difference for the rest of the year.
Right. And we were really clear with our nonprofits that they could use these dollars for whatever they needed to use it for. So it's really general operating. It wasn't, oh, it has to be a specific program and you can't deviate from that. We're about really just supporting the organization and letting them do what they need to do to provide the service.
So if someone was watching this video and they wanted to go on and support one or multiple of these nonprofits, what are the steps that they should take today?
Well, they can go on the Collier Community Foundation website to the Give Where You Live site, click on that, and they'll be able to choose from the 37 organizations that are there. They can look at each one of them if they want, look at their profiles. Some of them have videos on their sites. They can see what $100 might buy or $500 might buy that organization. That's all listed on the website for them. And then they can put in, you know, $10, $100, $100,000, whatever they want to put in to go to that organization. Then it immediately shows up on a leaderboard that we're all watching. That's live here at the Community Foundation, but the agencies are also carefully watching. And so the minute that donation comes in, it pops into their totals. So they're kind of watching it grow as time goes. So we really encourage, and I do think that this is a fundraiser where there will be a match for every dollar. It isn't dollar to dollar match because it depends on how much is raised. There's a $550,000 match that is that day. But, you know, every dollar counts and everyone can be a philanthropist. You know, whether you're giving $1 or $10 or $100, that day you can be a philanthropist and you will make an impact.
And
it must be such a cool feeling to help support such a special day in the community like this.
It is. The enthusiasm of the day is over the top. You know, as soon as noon hits, I pull up the leaderboard on my computer and I watch it and I cheer for all the different organizations. It's really great. But let me mention too, and correct me if I'm wrong, Eileen, but people also have an opportunity, if they're not comfortable giving online, where they can go to the Community Foundation and drop off a check. So if they don't have access to a computer or they're not comfortable, it is as easy also as walking over to the Community Foundation, dropping off a check and being part of that excitement too. So the Community Foundation's done a great job of streamlining the process, as well as making sure that everybody who wants to participate has an avenue to participate.
Yeah, that's a little bit different than what you see in most of the giving days. It's usually just an online giving day, but our population here in Collier County, 32% is 65 and older, and not everybody loves to give on the computer. And Mary Beth is right about that. So we do have people walking in the door and writing checks and then saying, well, I want 100 to go to this organization and 50 to go to this one and, 150 to go to this one. So we, absolutely will take checks.
It must be a very special feeling every time you see someone come up and knock on the door or ring the doorbell and come on in. Like it never gets old year after year.
No, it never gets old.
Well, ladies, we want to say thank you again to you both for your time today. We know it's a very busy day in and around Collier County, and for all of the participating nonprofits, we want to say thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, we just really appreciate you putting this on, Chris, and we just really want to encourage the community to step in and help make sure that we can fund these organizations over the next year, and really hoping that we'll see, a $3.5 million day in 24 hours. So really appreciate the support.
And same, really appreciate your time, Chris, and your energy and enthusiasm to making this event even bigger and better than it was last year. And, wishing all the agencies the best of luck. Hopefully this will be the best year ever. And that they'll continue to do their phenomenal work across all different areas of the community.
Hey, Mary Beth, a huge part of the Giving Day today into tomorrow is the prize structure. There's $50,000 in prizes on the line for all the different participating nonprofits. I'm going to put them up on the screen here, but I'm going to ask you why it's so important for the Schultz Family Foundation to support this prize pool during Give Where You Live.
So very honestly, Chris, is some of our larger agencies tend to rise to the top and do the most in terms of giving. And at some point, we were a little bit worried about the smaller agencies that we fund and that are part of this, because maybe they don't get that boost. So by offering these prizes, every agency at these different moments have a chance to get kind of this big influx of money to their efforts. It also creates a little bit of enthusiasm. Towards the end of the day, things are kind of feeling slow. So when we push these out throughout the day, it generates that enthusiasm. It gives another chance for our organizations to call up their donors and say, hey, we've got one of these special matches coming along. Do it now. So it reaches a couple of different areas of impact for people to spread the word that this is happening, and most importantly, give a chance for the people in the community to participate.
Yeah, a lot of people during Giving Days wonder, well, why is today a better day to give than any other day, right? And between this match that we were talking about and now these prizes, I'm going to put them back up on the screen so everyone can see. You've got the Martini Minute, the Golden Tickets, the Go-Getter Prizes, the P2P Dash, and the Motivation Minute. And each of those, you can check out the details of those at givewhereyoulivecollier.org/prizes. But each one of those different prizes gives an opportunity for different nonprofits, like you were saying, to really make the most of this Giving Day opportunity.
Absolutely.
Eileen, it must be really cool to be able to go through and award some of those prize winners throughout the day as well, huh? Is that some of the most fun elements of the day?
We're so excited when we make that call and say, you won this Martini Minute or you won the Golden Ticket. It is exciting because it is $5,000. It isn't like it's a small amount of money. And we make sure that if they won one prize, they won't have the ability to win another prize that day. So that way we're really, pushing it out to several nonprofits that day who are going to walk away with $5,000 additional dollars.
Right. So we'll just remind you one more time, watching at home, to go to givewhereyoulivecollier.org/prizes to read all of those details about the specific prizes, as well as some of those rules that Eileen and Mary Beth were talking about. Eileen and Mary Beth, thank you so much for your time today, and maybe we'll see you again later on.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.